Chicago rapper Lil Durk is in police custody this morning.
And he was allegedly involved in a for hire plot.
I feel like we all knew this was coming eventually. I mean, as soon as King Von died, everybody was trying to say like, oh, get your get back, Durk. Oh, you gotta go slide for Von. And sliding for Von was probably one of the stupidest things Durk could do. So when the news first came out, it wasn't about Durk directly, but rather some OTF members who were allegedly a part of getting rid of King Von. So when the article first came out, it said Quando Rondo, alleged members of Lil Durk's OTF indicted for murder of Quando's cousin, get back for King Von. Federal agents swooped in and arrested 5 men in connection to the August 2022 shooting in Los Angeles at Quando Rondo's cousin, and now they're being charged with conspiracy to commit murder for hire in retaliation for King Von's death. Federal prosecutors in California announced a grand jury indictment Thursday of Kayvon London Grant aka Vonnie, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson aka Didi, Keith Jones aka Flocka, David Brian Lindsay aka Brown Eyes, and Asa Houston aka Boogie. Durk isn't a defendant here, but he's been vigorously fighting the label that OTF is a gang in a separate case involving the slaying of his rival FBG Duck. So not only is Lil Durk getting hit with Quando Rondo's cousin, but he's getting hit with FBG Duck too. Kinda seems to me that he's cooked. And I don't even remember the exact details of everything that went down with King Von. I know I have a video like from 3 years ago about this situation. I don't remember the exact details. But prosecutors claim that the August 2022 shooting stems directly from the November 2020 altercation in Atlanta where Quando associate Lil Tim shot and King Von after a fight broke out. According to the indictment, the alleged OTF gang members set up a bounty and used a credit card that was associated with the label to book plane tickets to travel from Chicago to California in order to hunt down Quando after learning his whereabouts. So bro said, yeah, you want to go King Von's cousin? Put it on the business card. Put a murder on the business card. It's just, you can't even make it up. You're making it too easy. Drewski's meme is actually reality. You guys are making it so easy to get locked up. It's annoying. It's actually frustrating. Like, what is the point of doing everything you're doing if you're just gonna literally purposely put yourself in? The cops are not dumb. Why haven't we learned this yet? Feds claim Grant flew himself on a private jet from Miami to California to oversee the deadly operation and secure the hotel rooms and other necessary tools to carry out the hit. The feds claim Grant helped procure cars, ski masks, and firearms to carry out the deadly plan, including renting the BMW and Infiniti sedans fitted with the fake license plates the group allegedly used. At least they put fake license plates. Prosecutors believe Quando was the intended target and was sitting in the vehicle at the time, but the bullets wound out ripping through his cousin, I don't know how to say his name, Robinson, instead. Quando Rondo was supposed to be hit, but they got his cousin instead, so I mean, I guess that was enough for them. A distraught Quando struggled to speak to investigators on the scene, and prosecutors say the Chicago group blew out the next day. We're told Houston and Jones are scheduled for hearings in Chicago on Monday. The other 3 waived their right to a hearing in Chicago and will be sent to Los Angeles. Durk and Quando cooled off the back and forth exchanges shortly after and resumed their rap careers. Ironically, they both have albums dropping November. Right after that went down, Lil Durk busted in Broward County for hire plot. And it's crazy too because I saw the tweet about the OTF members on Twitter get hit and I'm like, I should probably cover that. And then I see Lil Durk gets arrested and I'm like, oh my god. And I don't know why it didn't click to me that was gonna happen. I just didn't think. Lil Durk's been low-key for a while. Ever since he like transitioned over and he's Muslim now or whatever the hell he's doing. I don't think that's gonna be enough for him to get out of prison though. So TMZ broke the story. Several members of the Chicago-based OTF, to which Durk had ties, were charged Thursday with the slaying of rapper Quando Rondo's cousin. Durk was taken into custody by U.S. Marshals and booked into Broward County Jail on Thursday. Authorities have yet to release details on his arrest. However, Durk's lawyer, Brian Bieber and Alec Ubieta, confirmed the hip-hop star was busted by the marshals, adding that he will have his first appearance Friday in federal court in Miami, Florida. So today he's going to have his first appearance. As we reported Thursday, the feds busted 5 OTF members in connection to the August 2022 shooting. All have been charged in a federal indictment with conspiracy to commit for hire. The feds say the crime was committed in retaliation. Same thing. Cool. So then the mugshots start coming out, and these are the alleged snitches, I believe. 3 out of the 5 killers got arrested today. They're all OTF. So DeAndre Wilson, Kayvon Grant, and I don't know who. The one on the top over here is, I believe, the biggest snitch. This is the biggest snitch in the situation. Again, more details about academics when this was going down. 5 people in Chicago have been hit with federal charges. In California, alleging they were contracted to kill the rapper Quando Rondo. The indictment alleges that all 5 have ties to the Only the Family, also known as OTF, a hip-hop collective founded by Southside rapper Lil Durk, a mentor of King Von. The flights and rental calls were paid off with credit cards linked to OTF, according to prosecutors. So they're cooked. They're actually cooked. Trying to disprove this is going to be really tough. I don't see Lil Durk getting out of this one. News was breaking out on this situation. Everybody started posting it. And then OTF Twin 300 started posting who the snitches were. So Marlon Kirsch, I don't know how to say his name either. Chayron Hollins, and they put little rat emojis. So Marlon Kirsch and Charlon Holland are the alleged snitches on this operation that went down. So I think they'll be fine though, because usually if you're like snitching for the police, they're probably going to put them in a different country or change his identity. He's not going to be known as Marlon Kirsch anymore. He's going to be known as, I don't know, whatever they did to 6ix9ine. So then they swooped Durk 20 minutes ago. So this was around 7:30. So around 7 p.m. and this is on the West Coast. So 7 p.m. West Coast yesterday, he got picked up. And then academics reacted to the whole thing when he was reading about the arrest.
Yes, Broward. He's in Florida. I got the whole thing on. Look on my stream. I got it. Oh my God, bro. Oh. Bro, I pulled it up myself. He's locked up. I got the whole shit. The mug show. No. Oh my God. No.
So academics fell to his knees. He was trying to be funny, he fell to his knees. He's like, no, he got arrested. It's just academics being academics. The funny part is that Durk got the key to the city a couple days ago. So Lil Durk was awarded 2 keys to the city, not 1, but 2 keys to the city of Chicago just a few days ago for his philanthropic contributions. Now he has been arrested by U.S. Marshals on charges related from hire involving the death of Quando Rondo's cousin Lil Pub. And this is him getting the 2 keys, super excited, super, eyes busted open as usual. A little side note, and it's probably I'm gonna call it the key to the city curse. But sidebar, Diddy also got the key to the city at one point by Mayor Eric Adams. So he got the key to the city too. He just got one, and he got the one for New York, also a big one. Funnily enough, this same mayor who gave Diddy the key to the city, New York City Mayor Eric Adams, pleads not guilty to taking bribes and illegal campaign contributions. So getting the key to the city just means that you're trying to probably clean up your record, you're gonna go to jail. You're trying to make yourself look good. So the alleged snitch, and this is a crazy part too, one of the alleged snitches was an OTF member identified as OTF Jam, who was exposed for wearing a wire over several years. Jam previously served a 12-year prison sentence too. I don't know if this is true or not, but if dude was in prison for 12 years and was probably facing a really long sentence, the cops were like, hey, we got a little job for you. Want to get out early? We can get you out early. All you got to do is wear this wire. We just want to know what's going on. And then it just turns out that, Lil Durk ends up plotting a whole that ends up getting Lil Durk.
Oh, hey, Trey. What up? I'm home, baby. Hey, come talk to me, bro. Come here. Damn, Trey, I ain't seen your ass in a minute, bro.
What's up, nigga?
You still be cracking cards?
Hell no.
You still be cracking cards? Bank cards? Y'all be safe. 12 out here. 12 out here.
What's crazy, and this is another part that people have to realize, Durk helped this guy before. An old interview with the alleged informant OTF Jam reveals that Lil Durk took care of him in jail and provided him with a home, a car, and $50,000 when he came home. He's literally biting the hand that feeds him. A lot of the people that are behind these rappers are yes men and people who are jealous, wishing that they were in the position that those rappers are in. So the moment they start facing prison time, especially over a long period of time, they're going to realize like, wow, I really don't care about these people. He's out there living life and I'm stuck in this cell. What the f? If you're the one making the money, the people around you are not going to care, unless it's your family, your blood, and even then it's still kind of iffy. He wore a wire for multiple years, allegedly. We don't know if this is true or not, but it says right here in the court documents that co-conspirator 1 would place bounties on individuals that co-conspirator 1 and other OTF members wanted to kill, including TB, As part of the bounty, co-conspirators known and unknown, including defendant Wilson, would pay anyone who took part in the killing of TB and or reward individuals with lucrative music opportunities with OTF. Co-conspirators known and unknown, including defendant Wilson, would recruit others, including defendant Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2 to find, track, and TB. And Charleston White, being, you know, who he is, had to go on and react.
Nobody laughing at Durk like they were laughing at me when I went to jail. Lord have mercy. So ain't nobody laughing at Durk. Now it ain't funny. Now your favorite rapper go to jail and look like he got a no bond like me. That boy got a federal no bond. I bet that nigga asshole done closed up. He got a burp to pass gas. He can't even fart out his ass. I know the feeling. Boy, they get your ass and they put a hole on you. Boy, nigga booty be tight and the motherfucker sitting on that bench. Hey man. Now, all y'all who said my time coming for saying King Von, saying fuck King Von. Oh, his time coming. They go get him. Drake time came for saying fuck Tuka. Or is this his karma? I don't know. Y'all be so hypocritical when it comes to your favorite rappers. I don't even know. That's all I'm saying, boys and girls. Say, let's make fun of Durk like y'all made fun of me. Especially when y'all thought I got slapped. Look like that boy ass in trouble. Salute to Lil Tim, the Demon Slayer. I bet he going to PC. Them California niggas try to extort it. One thing we know about California, the Crips and Bloods rule. GD, BD, on phone them, they ain't got no say so nowhere. But when they write a letter to somebody. But in the California prison system, Cuz and Blood run everything. And Pyru, that GD, BD, phone them, it's gonna be hard on his ass. Cause they're gonna be trying to extort him because they know he got money. He might have to pay for a little protection. You know what? He might be all right, because he joined Assalamu Alaikum. One thing about it, Assalamu Alaikum, they look out for each other. Say, boy, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Boy, I'm riding through Oak Cliff right now. Boy, it's a beautiful, I'm finna ride by where Mo 3 got dead here in a minute. Let me find me a good little Durk song to play. Let me find me a... Good morning, boys and girls.
Lately, I just wanna show my body some shit. Yeah.
So Charleston White was just trolling. The dude's funny. You can't really touch him because he's probably going to snitch on you. He probably has a whole list ready to go. As soon as he dies, just someone's going to put out all the information and snitch on everybody. You can't really, like, Charleston White's funny. You can't really say, you know, nothing about him. The dude's kind of right. All these street rappers, all these rappers that are going up with all these game bangers and all this crazy stuff, all like trying to look tough, end up going to prison. There's so many rappers that have died over the past 4 years. I can't even count them. Like, I literally cannot count them with one hand. And it's not small rappers. It is big rappers that are being either sentenced to prison or getting. So I don't know if the trade-off makes sense. So DJ Academics throws a little update a couple hours ago and he says Durk Banks, aka Lil Durk, has been transferred from Broward County Jail and most likely is currently on the way to California where he'll face a unsealed indictment which will charge him as being the lead co-conspirator for hire for Quando Rondo's cousin Lil Pub's death. He's gonna be hit same way he got hit with Young Thug, probably a little bit harder because California doesn't really play around with that kind of stuff. So it's not looking too good for him. The crazy part too is that Wallow warned Lil Durk about sliding for King Von. He cried in front of all these street gangbangers telling them like, hey, they my brother too. Don't make the same mistake. I let it slide. Don't do this because you will be caught. You're too big. And Lil Durk just stared at him. Everybody just looked at him like, oh yeah, okay. All right. You're broke. We're rich. We'll get away with it. We got money. I don't care what happens. I'm sliding. And then, you know, literally a couple months after, I believe, the interview was released March 2022. And then Lil Pub was August 2022. So they literally took the advice that Wallow gave them and they just threw it behind them and said, oh, this old dude doesn't know what he's talking about, this old head. And now they're in prison and they're probably going to be in prison for a while. There's so much proof in this situation that I find that he's going to have the most amazing lawyers to get through this. Hopefully he doesn't, you know, isn't locked up, but I mean, they're doing it to themselves.
They keep going because I'm telling you, man, I can name 20, 30 niggas and my homies is dead. I'm here though. And I'm going to say some shit that, like, this is documented. You know, I got a TED Talk. I forgave my brother's killer. And I'm saying it to say this. Nigga that killed my brother. My brother died in my grandma's arms. In that fucking house that we grew up in. Nigga shot my brother. He ran to the house. He died in Nanny arms when she opened the door. So I'm telling you, this some real shit, man. If I ain't let that shit go, I won't be right here today. I won't be here for my niece and my nephews. Me and Gil won't be doing this. Y'all won't know me. I won't be able to give y'all this game. But I had to leave. I had to let that shit go. And when I let that shit go, I started to grow. And I started to glow. And now I'm here today, and it was harder than a motherfucker, man. And I'm talking about this my big brother, nigga. I shared the cell with him. I shared the bed with him when we was fucking kids. This little Steve. But I can tell you one thing. Now I'm out here taking care of his daughter, paying for her to go to school, taking care of my nephew, taking care of my mama and my grandmama.
Talk to him. Sure.
Because I forgave my brother killer, but you know, I understand. I understand what y'all going through. But I love all you young niggas in here. And I mean that shit. I love you niggas, man. And I hope y'all make it out. I hope y'all make it the fuck out, man.
Man, he like
straight up, man.
It's so crazy. Yeah, this motherfucker really dropping tears for this shit. Like, shit for real. Like,
I love being around the young niggas because, like, you don't understand. Y'all niggas got so much life. And y'all probably don't understand because y'all young. But this system and the way this structure is so scared of y'all because they saying if these niggas ever turn that light cut on in their head, we in trouble because they the most fearless motherfuckers that ever walked the planet Earth. These young black brothers in the ghetto don't fear nothing. So when you switch that shit and you do an energy transfer, oh, it's over. Y'all ever wake up, it's over, man. Watch. I'm telling you, it's gonna wake up. It's gonna happen.
And see, for Wallow, right? He always talked to me and he like, cuz you just don't understand how many young I used to see come through that motherfucking jail, man. Young who just was just full of life, just now them in there facing that motherfucking homicide, and now them they be done. Them just all of life done left them. Come from that courtroom, them done got that 111 years. Niggas be done, cuz, you know what I'm saying? So that's why we base our whole platform around the young niggas.
So they took all that advice and just ignored it, went out them. Now they're facing probably a couple years in prison, if not life in prison. It's just murder, something that you don't like really get away with. It's a pretty serious thing. It's probably one of the most illegal things to do next to selling drugs. You sell drugs, you kill, you do both, you have firearms. Like, it's a pattern. I'm actually getting tired of covering rappers because it is the same thing. Every other thumbnail or video I make, it's either a rapper gets a rapper's sentenced to prison, a rapper's caught with drugs. It's the same thing over and over. It's getting to the point where all the rappers, all the big rappers, we don't really even have those big rappers anymore. Like, the rap game is going downhill. The hip hop music, they're not even selling music anymore as much as they used to. Country's blowing up now all of a sudden. I've been listening to hip hop my whole life. It's not the same thing anymore, especially because now we're making it cool to be like a killer and to like be selling drugs and to be doing all this crazy stuff. Your idols are going to prison. And unless you guys want to be locked up and then be institutionalized and be within the same system, then go ahead. You can go join Lil Durk. You can go join all these other rappers that are, you know, being caught up and snitching on each other. All these rappers are just the people that they have. They're snitching on each other. It's a repeating cycle. You either get away from it, you blow up, and then you just stay away from it, or you just keep blowing up and then bring all your boys with you and then keep committing crimes and keep killing each other. It is a cycle, and I don't see it ending anytime soon until you stop making money from hip hop. And I think the music labels are getting tired of hip hop. It's a liability to the label. There's no point to maybe there's a point to blow them up and then purposely make them go to prison, because then they'll make money and then you'll just be stuck in prison and then they'll just recycle it. They're probably laughing. All those white guys in suits are probably laughing at all these rappers like, oh yeah, he's gonna be in prison soon. Might as well milk him all we can, you know? Like, come on. Repeating cycle, guys. It's crazy. Hopefully we'll see what happens. It's gonna be an ongoing case, but it's not looking too good.